These are the dominant seventh chords on the 1, 2, 5, 6 string family. Again, these will be on B flat. They'll be related roughly in some sense to F minor type sounds, D minor 7 flat 5 type sounds, and also A flat major type sounds with an augmented 11th. So the traditional ones are root third, fifth, and seventh. And then again, the voice exchange. So instead of B flat, D, F, and A flat, it becomes A flat, D, F, and B flat for the voicing that goes in that direction. We have D, F, A flat, and B flat. We exchange voices again from both E strings, and we get B flat, F, A flat, and D flat. We do F, A flat, B flat, and D. And of course, we exchange the voices. It becomes D, A flat, B flat, and F. And A flat, B flat, D, and F becomes F, B flat, D, and A flat. And very simply, just to start out, we can start to move the voices, especially with this type. I'll start here actually. We can move B flat, F, A flat, and D, suspended fourth. The top voice moves to C, so there's an intersection with the minor 7 chords. Okay, so we still have that sort of sound. Also, we have ninth chord sounds possible, like a B flat, D, A flat, and C, which is a nice sound. And again, coming across the D minor 7 flat 5 type now, intersecting. So we have D, F, A flat, and C, which gives the sound of a ninth chord. And we can back stretch to the traditional B flat there. Suspended fourth, moving D to E flat. And then of course we can see that blends into an F minor 7 sound like that. C, F, A flat, and D, and up temporarily to the E flat. Here's an A flat major sound, but if we move the E flat from E flat, A flat, B flat, and C to a D, we get another variety of ninth chord sound, which is nice. So that works as well. We have an A flat major here. So we have an E flat, A flat, C, and D. And we can exchange that to D minor 7 flat 5. D, A flat, C, and F. And we can even get a G. Get like a 13th chord sound, resolving nicely to E flat. Also, resolving to A, and we'll talk about that in a second as we go through the voicings. For example, here's a standard B flat 7, F, B flat, D, and A flat. I'll exchange C for B flat, and then you can hear it falls right into an A major, E, A, C sharp, and G sharp, and then also a D sharp in place of the C sharp. So rather interesting resolution there. It's really easy to do, and it sounds very good. Moving along to the A flat major augmented 11 type chords. For instance, well, I'll do them down here. Let's do it here. So we can hear that, obviously. That sounds good. This was our original B flat 7. So we A flat, D flat, F, and B flat, and we move the top voice up to create a ninth chord. Looks like an A flat major. Collapse the resolution down to an E flat chord, G, E flat, D, and B flat, or maybe F instead of D. So we have that, but we can also use that as a flat major 7 with a flat 5. A flat, D, G, C creates like a B flat 9 sort of sound, and that sounds very good resolving to an A chord, and does it naturally. So it has a really natural A chord resolution sound, or E flat. Also here, an inside kind of cluster voicing, A flat, D, F, and G, resolving to E flat, then this also to a G, D, E flat, and F. So that resolved nicely, but falling back to an A. So that A, D sharp, C sharp, and F sharp, or a G sharp up top. You can hear how that resolves. Or A, C sharp, E, and G sharp, or instead of E, E flat. Great resolution. So very logical resolution for the B flat. Some of the other chords that would have both types, F, B flat, D, and E flat. So that's the like a seventh chord type sound, and especially with an F, A flat, D, and E flat. So you have the fourth and the third. Resolves nice to an A major, E, A, C sharp, D sharp. Very logical sort of resolution. You can hear how those voicings resolve very well to, like for instance, here's F, C, D, and E flat, and resolves to an A, G sharp, A, B, and E, and maybe an F sharp on top, or C sharp and E on top of the G sharp and A. But at any rate, they are the same. They have this, we can hear that sort of B flat 7 sound. So here's an example of that 13th chord. D, A flat, again coming from the D minor 7 flat 5, A flat major sound family. C and G on the top. D, A flat, C, and G. Sneak it back to the F perhaps, and then wind it and resolve it to E, A, G sharp, and D sharp, with a C sharp up top, or maybe even an F sharp up top. That's fine as well. So we would have it. That sounds good. C sharp A, G sharp, F sharp, or E on top. So any of those resolutions, and that's a nice traditional to an E flat, D, A flat, B flat, and C, moving to E flat, F, G, and D. That's a perfectly E flat, G, A, and B flat. Hearing all those resolutions, oh, that's very nice. So this was D, F, A flat, and C. The D minor flat 5, top voice moves to B flat, and then resolving to D, E flat, F, and A, B flat. Or we could resolve it, that chord, D, F, A flat, and C, to B flat, resolve it nicely to a cluster A, C sharp, E, G sharp, and A. So that gives you a broad overview of just a few of the possibilities of the standard dominant seventh, the B flat 7. Again, thinking of it related to the F minor sound, the F minor 7th family, roughly, these sounds from that perspective, and resolving to an A major in that case, C sharp, G sharp, A, and B. So it's an F minor 7, F minor 6, D minor 7 flat 5 type family, and A flat major 7 sharp 11 type family, resolving again the B flat dominant sound, resolving either to E flat or A major, and that would be on the 1, 2, 5, 6 string family in B flat.